In this video, we're going to show you how to actually graph a line that's in slope-intercept form the shortcut way. Now, we know we can actually plug points into this or plug numbers in to find points, but here's how we're going to do it the shortcut way. This number over here is called the y-intercept, is where your line's going to cross the y-axis. Now, the y-axis is this up and down axis. So if it's a -4, it's going to cross down here at -4. If it was a +4, it'd cross up here at +4. So since this number here is a -4, we put a dot. That's where your line's going to cross. And then you have a ratio. You have what we call slope. Slope is the ratio of rise over run. But the first thing that I like to point out, if this is a positive number from left to right, your graph is going to go uphill. If it is a negative number from left to right, your graph is going to go downhill. Since it's a positive number, we already know that this graph is going to be, an uphill line. Now the top to bottom is the ratio of rise to run. And again, all you need to remember, if it's positive, it's uphill. If it's negative, it's downhill. So if we want to, from that dot that we put on there a while ago, if we want to rise the 2, we're going to run 3 to the right. If we had run 3 to the left, that would be a downhill line. And we're going to continue doing that. Rise 2, run 3, rise 2, run 3. I believe, yeah, that's in the right place. Now, had we started from the original point and went down 2, in order to get that line to be uphill, then we'd have to go into the left 3. So down 2, left 3, or up 2, right 3 would result in the exact same line. Now let's do one with a negative slope. Quick reminder before we do, this number right here is your y-intercept. It's where it's going to cross the y-axis. So we're going to go up to 6, put a dot. Since this line has a negative slope, it's going to be a downhill line from left to right. So again, the ratio of rise to run is 3 to 4. It does not matter if you go up or down first or left and right second, as long as you remember downhill. So if we were to go up 3 from our original dot, it's going to be 1, 2, 3. We're going to, in order to get a downhill line, have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left. Up 3, left 4. If we, again, had we went to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, that would have been an uphill line from left to right. Next dot, you just continue the pattern. If we want to go 1, 2, 3 to 3 down, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right in this case. And there's going to be your line. I do like for when you graph these that you go ahead and extend your line all the way through, get you some more points to where it does cross that x-axis. Okay, the next one's slightly different. The only thing that's different about this one is your slope doesn't have a bottom. We know that slope's the ratio of rise to run. So anytime it doesn't have a bottom, we're going to put a 1. The reason why is because 2 divided by 1 is the same thing as 2. So therefore, again, y-intercept is where it crosses. It's going to cross at a -1. So we're going to come down here and put a dot. And again, the ratio or the slope is positive, so it's going to be an uphill line. So if we're going to rise 2 or go up 2, we're going to go right 1. And we continue that path over and over and over, or we could go down 2 and left 1. We still have the same uphill line. Okay, next up we're going to show you how to graph one that's in a different form. And show you, well, first off, we can get this in the same form that we've been working with. However, in other videos, I'll show you actually how you could take this and just find the x and y intercepts and graph it a whole lot easier. However, first step, slope-intercept form, which looks like y equals mx plus b. Pretty much all we're doing is trying to get y by itself, and you can go back and look at the video for how to solve literal equations, and we're doing the exact same thing. So this term, this whole 3x term, since it's a positive 3x, the first step, we're going to take and move it to the other side, and I'm actually going to write it first. That 8 is positive, so we leave it positive. So step number 1, move the x term over, or move any term over that you need to in order to get y by itself. And then the last step is I've just got to get rid of the -4. Since they're being multiplied, I'm going to divide the whole other side by -4. However, I'm going to do it individually. Divide each of these by -4. Cancel it, and you now have y equals. A negative divided by negative will always be a positive. Leave the x alone. A positive divided by negative is a negative, and we now have it in the other form. Again, this is the y-intercept where it crosses. Since this is a positive slope, it's going to go uphill from left to right. So we're going to rise 1, 2, 3 and run 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. And that's actually plenty of points. We only need 2. to show what that graph looks like. Okay, since that one is a little bit more difficult, I do want to work another one. Again, main thing is we're trying to get y by itself. This is a positive 2x and a negative 6 that we're actually going to move to the other side first. And we can move them both in the same step. 3y stays put. Plus 2x turns into minus 2x. Minus 6 turns into plus 6 when you move it to the other side of the equal sign. Again, now we're trying to move the 3. We mark it out. Since they're being multiplied, we're going to divide the whole side by 3. And when I say the whole side, every piece. We now have y equals, this slope is negative, so negative 2/3 x. A positive divided by a positive is still a positive, so plus 2. This graph is going to cross at a positive 2. Since it has a negative slope, it'll be a downhill line. So if we want to go up 2, we'll have to go 1, 2, 3 to the left to make sure it's downhill. If we want to go down 2, we'll go 1, 2, 3 to the right, again to make sure it's downhill. We connect our dots, and that's the graph of our line.